You sit down to work, you open your laptop. You have every intention of crushing the next 2 hours. But then, almost without realizing it, your hand drifts to your phone. Or you open a new tab. Or you suddenly remember you need to clean your desk. 10 minutes later, you were watching a video about how to sharpen a kitchen knife. Or scrolling through a feed you don't even like. This isn't a discipline problem. It's a hardware problem. Your brain is currently running a background process called the default mode network. It is the state your mind drifts to when it is not actively engaged in a specific task. It is the daydreaming mode, the self-referential mode, the wandering mode. The problem is that you cannot be in the default mode network and the task positive network at the same time. They are anti-correlated neurological states. It's like a light switch. One is on, the other is off. Most productivity advice tells you to just focus. That is like telling a car to drive 60 miles per hour while it is still in neutral. It doesn't matter how hard you press the gas. If you don't shift gears, you aren't going anywhere. You just burn fuel. That's why you feel exhausted after an hour of trying to work but accomplishing nothing. You are revving the engine in neutral. You need a mechanical way to shift gears. You need a kill switch for the default mode network. I am going to teach you a protocol used by high-performance operators to snap the brain into high alert instantly. It bypasses your feelings and uses your biology against you. Here is the science before the tactic. Focus is driven by a cocktail of neurochemicals, specifically norepinephrine and acetylcholine. Norepinephrine signals to the brain that something matters, and acetylcholine creates the spotlight of focus. You can trigger these chemicals manually. Here is the kill switch protocol. It has 3 steps. You do them in order and you do them fast. Step 1. The visual anchor. When your mind wanders, your vision actually widens. You enter panoramic vision. This is evolutionary. A relaxed animal scans the horizon. To trigger focus, you must do the opposite. You need foveal vision. Pick a tiny spot on the wall, or a specific key on your keyboard, or the corner of your monitor. Stare at it. Do not blink. Do not move your eyes. Hold that gaze for 30 seconds. It sounds stupidly simple, but here is what is happening. By voluntarily narrowing your visual field, you are signaling your brainstem to release acetylcholine. You are physically forcing the spotlight to turn on. You might feel a slight agitation or panic. That's good. That is norepinephrine kicking in. That agitation is the fuel for focus. Step 2. The physiological reset. While you are staring, you need to change your state. Most of us work in a slumped, relaxed posture that communicates safety and leisure to your nervous system. Stand up. Take a massive inhale through your nose, hold it for 2 seconds, and exhale forcefully through your mouth. Do this 3 times. This isn't meditation. This is ventilation. You are dumping carbon dioxide and flooding the system with oxygen. It wakes up the sympathetic nervous system. It tells your body, action is required right now. Step 3. The mechanical entry. This is where everyone fails. They try to start with the hardest part of the work. They sit down and say, time to write this essay, or time to code this app. That is too big. The friction is too high, and your brain will bounce off it like a wall. You need a mechanical entry point. This is a task that requires zero creativity, but moves the needle. If you are writing, your mechanical entry is typing the title and formatting the document. If you are studying, it is opening the book to page 42 and writing down the first header. If you are editing video, it is importing the footage and naming the file. The goal is to get your hands moving before your brain has permission to object. Once the hands are moving, the loop is closed. You are now in the task-positive network. Let's put it together. You catch yourself scrolling. You stop. You pick a dot on the wall. You stare at it with laser intensity for 30 seconds. You stand up, breathe fast and hard 3 times to spike your alertness. You sit down and immediately do one mindless mechanical action related to your work. Total time, less than 60 minutes. Result, you are working. Why does this work when willpower fails? Because willpower is a finite resource located in your prefrontal cortex. It drains like a battery. The kill switch doesn't use willpower. It uses physiology. It's a bottom-up approach, not top-down. You are hacking the hardware, your body, to run the software, your focus. There is one more trap you need to know about: the friction peak. Research shows that the pain of doing a task is highest right before you start and during the first 5 minutes. It's literally registered in the brain as pain. But after about 10 to 15 minutes, that pain signal drops off a cliff. The kill switch gets you through that first spike of pain. It pushes you over the hump. Once you are over it, momentum takes over. Stop waiting for the perfect time to focus. Stop waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. Motivation is unreliable. Systems are reliable. The next time you feel that urge to distract yourself, don't negotiate with it. Don't say just 5 more minutes. Hit the kill switch. Narrow your vision. Reset your breath. Move your hands. Your brain is a machine. Stop asking it nicely to cooperate. Command it. If you want to upgrade your mind from a glitchy browser to a supercomputer, make sure you subscribe to BrainOS. We don't do fluff here, we do upgrades.